Hello everybody, today I want to show you how to change a VW Passat 2014 auxiliary water pump. Under the car now, and this is the auxiliary water pump. Here is the harness and you want to remove it. These two clamps you also want to remove with the hose. But be careful, these two contain antifreeze, so you might want to keep your bucket ready. Then there are the three screws that you want to remove. To remove the harness, you need to spot a gray plastic right here. Then you take your flathead screwdriver and put it on this little edge. Put it here and you put a little bit of pressure and push it down. Come on. There we go. And see, it came out. Now we're gonna have to push this down and remove it just like that. And I will show you again. You need to push this down with a lot of force. Not too much force to break it, but enough force to push this up and down. And so this is a very crucial part of the unlocking mechanism. Now we are going to open these three screws. I'm joking. You can do it by yourself. No tutorial. I've taken the auxiliary water pump from the car and I will test it now. This one is also a new auxiliary water pump. It will come in later. See, we will test it two ways. Multimeter and 12-volt supply. Multimeter is not the correct way to do testing with this particular part because this one is computerized and so kind of different. Now you want to put it on resistance that I have now, and see there are 3 pins close to this hose, positive and negative, and then signal. Make sure that this signal does not touch anything, because if it does, some things will mess it up. So now we will test its resistance. 8.7. Now we will test the resistance of the new one. Depending on what you got, it will vary the resistance. Some of them might have no resistance, others may have more. Same resistance. So the resistance is not the correct way to test it, as shown 2 seconds ago. Now we will test it the correct way with a 12-volt supply. Why this 12-volt supply is the correct way to test it is because if this pump fails, it will stop working, and because this spins, if it does fail, how you would test it is you would power it, and if it moves, good, then it's okay. Now what you need to do is you need to plug this in. Make sure also that these two do not touch each other or it might damage your outlet. Now I will grab your multimeter again, put it on 12 volts, just like that. Grab the two things and almost 12 volts. Now I just realized that this is a little off. If you see this, make sure that you have disconnected your power supply and make sure to fix it. This will prevent you from damaging your signal, because if it does touch signal, it will break and then it becomes useless. Again, I will power it on. I will take these two and put it on positive and negative. Again, make sure it doesn't hit signal, and if it turns on, that means it's okay. That it didn't. So this is dead, and a reason that we're not using the brand new one is because the wires are a little bit thick, as you can see, so we don't want to break it. And the second reason is because this is new. It doesn't need testing. So that's how you test the auxiliary water pump. Now I want to show you how a VW passat 2014 TDI auxiliary water pump works. This is the auxiliary water pump and this is the radiator. The auxiliary water pump takes coolant from the cool side of the radiator to the auxiliary water pump. Then it goes two ways. The first one of the ways is to the inner cooler, then to the hot side of the radiator, cools it down, and the process repeats. The other way it goes is to the EGR cooler, then to the heater core, then to the hot side of the radiator, then cools down, and the process repeats. Now I want to show you some symptoms of auxiliary water pump failing. First symptom is that there'll be no heat inside the car, or maybe very minimal heat inside the car, and especially in the wintertime you can experience this. If your auxiliary water pump is sick, there will not be a warning light on the dash. However, the only way to really find out if your auxiliary water pump is sick is that there will be low heat inside the car. If your auxiliary water pump is completely dead, your engine light will come on. When you connect your OBD, you should get a code of P2457 or something similar. This means and is related to exhaust gas recirculation. If your auxiliary water pump is completely dead, there's no coolant circulation in the EGR cooler. So when the hot exhaust gas comes and past the sensor, it realizes this is hot. So it sends a signal to the car computer saying that this exhaust gases are hot and it's not being cooled down. So then it projects an engine light on the dashboard of the car. Remember everybody, the heater core is the last component you want to check that is located here. Oh, we made it to the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you learned something, please like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss my videos. I'm Radha, and stay safe.